I'm Primal Piggy. Thank you for joining me for another BDSM United podcast. Here in the States, it is our Thanksgiving Day, and we wanted to talk about something that reflects that kind of season or this kind of time. Being kind to each other and showing gratitude to your partner, it's not a kink or a vanilla thing, it's a human one. But because of our identities in DS can be so very clearly defined, we can fall into a trap of taking our partner for granted, and that never leads anywhere good. Submissives and dominants alike should show and receive gratitude for what we bring to a relationship. Here are a few ways that you can do that. Saying thank you. It might sound obvious to say thank you, but for many people, it's not. There's a belief, a bad one, we think, that thank you isn't necessarily in DS power exchange. The dominant tells the submissive what to do, the sub does it. Why should we get a thank you? Well, taking care of a submissive is a dom's responsibility. A sub shouldn't do it for the gratitude. Well, we say wrong, wrong, wrongity, wrong, 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 wrong. We call that bullshit. Simply because while we shouldn't do anything in expectation of gratitude, it's still a kind and a caring thing to do. Saying thank you means that you see what your partner does for you. You acknowledge it and you appreciate it. And when things get tough, and they always do eventually, we all want to know that we're appreciated. Acknowledging your partner's efforts. We all try and fail from time to time, and making the effort is worthy of acknowledgement. Getting a good job or you'll do better next time. Thank you for even trying. Knowing that we're seen and heard, that even the basic efforts we make count for something, it keeps us going. A lack of acknowledgement breeds resentment. We feel taken for granted. And if the care we put into each other is assumed, we definitely feel taken for granted. Acknowledging your partner's efforts shows that you're paying attention. Another way that we show gratitude is by noticing both the small and the big things. Maybe you say thanks when your partner goes 50 miles out of their way to get your favorite dessert. Good for you. Did you also notice when they put the kids to bed so you could read your book for a few more minutes? Your partner didn't do it so that you'd say thanks, but showing gratitude means they're more likely to do it again. Okay, so let's flip the tables. You notice every small thing your partner does for you, from making your coffee to putting away the laundry. Have you thanked them for taking on the responsibility for being your dominant? Did you show your gratitude for the service your submissive provides even when they're exhausted? Yes, these are the identities that we want, but that doesn't mean kind words don't matter. We want our efforts to be appreciated. Another way we show gratitude is offering to help. As a submissive who wants to do all the things for a dominant, they know this one isn't easy. Uh, it often takes a few years to not only accept a dominant's help, but to ask for it. For a long time, just the offer of assistance in the kitchen or doing chores will make a submissive's heart sing. Eventually, we have to get real and we understand that we really need help as submissives and accept the offer of a dominant's help. Dominants aren't lowering themselves by offering to help. Instead, they're seeking what their partner does, they're seeing what their partner does and acknowledging that it's hard work. Submissives, you can do the same. Sure, your job is often to help with all kinds of things, but step outside of your identity. Is your dominant struggling with a new set of rules or trying to learn a new kind of fuckery for you both to enjoy, something like the bondage or using a certain tool or toy? It's okay to ask if you can help. Heap praise on each other. Now, we detest false praise. Don't tell me what you think sounds good. Tell me what you really think. But real praise can make our hearts soar. When your partner does something good or great or amazing, tell them. Better yet, tell everyone else. Be proud of each other's accomplishments. Nobody wants to be a secret. You're dominant or submissive, tried a new thing, met a goal, or worked through a problem. It's all worthy of praise and acknowledgement. It's worth a brag. Hug in good times and in bad. Words aren't always easy to come by. When you're together, a good hug can usually speak volumes. Hugs of comfort or hugs of celebration, it doesn't matter which it is. It's another way of telling your partner, I see you and I'm here with you. Along with hugs, even the smallest touch can help. A hand on the shoulder, a butt rub, holding hands, squeezing your partner's hand in silence says, I'm here with you. I see you. Keep doing what you're doing. That's a lot to pack into a small touch. Even when they don't get the full translation of it, it certainly still helps. Say you were right. If you're like me, you love saying I was right. Excuse me. That's not what this means. Crowing about how awesome you are definitely has its place. Everyone likes to be proven right, but flip that around. Sometimes we disagree with and our partner takes a course of action uh, we don't think like, and then they're proven correct. When they're right, tell them so. Tell them see that you or sorry let them see that you don't hold a grudge and you're generally genuinely happy for them to be right. Showing gratitude requires a few things. It requires paying attention, it requires a bit of vulnerability, it requires a desire to make your partner feel good. When we hear thank you or you do so much for me, please let me help you, we know that our contributions and our efforts are seen and appreciated. We might be a dominant, we might be submissive because it's who we are. And we may be in a relationship because we love our partner, but that's not always enough. No matter how much we want to be right, uh, no matter how much we want to be right where we are in a dominant submissive or a master slave relationship, knowing our partner recognizes what we do, it really does help. It's how you keep going when things get rough. Gratitude is how you're able to see the best in your partner's intentions, even in an argument. Knowing we're appreciated allows us to try a little more, say the hard thing, and make changes that benefit our relationship. Today, we wanted to share this. This is actually from a one of our one of the podcasts that we like to listen to, one of the sites that we like to read from. This wasn't written by us, but it is how to show gratitude in your DS relationship, and it's from an excellent BDSM educational site called lovingbdsm.net. We hope that you will go and you will read everything that they have. Um, we aspire to be as good of a podcast as what they are. And we don't mind recognizing and showing our gratitude for them on, especially on this day, by sharing something that they have created that we think will make our entire BDSM community better. I'm Primal Piggy. You can find our resources, the things that we have made and created, at www.bdsmunited.com. If you celebrate a Thanksgiving, or if you're just thankful in general, you know, then we want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving on this day. We just hope that in your BDSM relationships and just in relationships in general, that you show gratitude and that you say thank you and that you give thanks for your partner. Remember, a power exchange relationship is a relationship. So it's good to have human feelings. It's good um, to show gratitude because it's a human thing to do. And we are humans involved in power exchange relationships and involved in fetishes and kinks. But we are humans. And so on this day of Thanksgiving, we are thankful for you, our listeners, and thank you for listening today. And it was a joy talking with you, and we'll talk with you more again soon.